If you guys have watched my channel long enough, you know that I'm a big fan of independent sneaker brands. Something I like to try to review as much as I can, when I can. Of course, I can't buy everything, but when I do, it's just this refreshing feeling because this sneaker's not bound by red tape. It's purely this person or group's creativity that they're able to give to us. And the sneaker we're talking about today is one of those sneakers, and I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite pickups of the year so far, and I think you guys may like it as well. That's gonna be John Geiger's 004. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for coming back for another review. I appreciate you guys for rocking with the channel. Thank you. You know, I feel like sometimes it's just gets stagnant, but I know that you guys appreciate the content, so guess what? We're gonna keep on rolling. I'm gonna get back in that rhythm, like I said, for more long form reviews just like these. Now, I know you saw the intro, or maybe you skipped it. If you did, I'm gonna repeat myself a little bit. Independent sneaker brands. Something that, well, a lot of people like. Some people, if it's not Nike, not Adidas, they don't want to deal with it. Or fill in the blank, whatever brand. But something about an independent sneaker brand is just, I don't know. It really just cleanses the palate because we get so much of the same thing over and over and over again. It's nice to see something different, something that's rooted in creativity. And the sneaker we're looking at today, I think very much describes that. And that shoe we're talking about is going to be John Geiger's 004. Now, we got a couple different ones we look at. So this is the layered pair, but we have also one more recent model, and that is going to be, oh geez, sorry guys, I'm opening up things on camera here. But it's going to be the Year of the Snake as well. So I got a couple different ones we can look at just so, you know, get some reference to what we're talking about. But John Geiger 004 is from John Geiger's brand, and funny, the first time I remember seeing his name or anything he was doing was back in 2015, and that was something that, when I say this, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was the misplaced checked Air Force One. It was this huge steal. I remember seeing all these different sneaker blogs out there, the custom he did, and he leveraged basically that and turned it into his own brand of sneakers, which is really cool. Now, what I love about the 004 is that it is a shoe that, I know sometimes when you look at independent shoes, they're like really out there and kind of wild, more in that kind of designer realm. But this one fits right in with my collection of like performance basketball, cross trainers. It does it all. Like the package itself just fits right in, but at the same time, it gives me a different look. So if I like the sleek, but also like the kind of bulky feel of the shoe, it fits right into kind of one of those old school style trainers and just, you know, kind of style shoe I like. Now, as we get into the sneaker, I mean, first things first, we can check out a couple different versions of this because I'm always a big fan of quality and making sure that not only the shoe, but packaging, everything really meshes together. And John does that well. I mean, we'll look at two different versions here. So with the layered, we got a nice heavyweight cardboard box here, super thick, not like the flimsy ones we typically get. We're even gonna have some metal accents, so, you know, just trying to pull them out those stacks there. But what's really cool is that he provides different things like, got dust bag here, get those shoes in. Along with, of course, you got extra laces for the sneakers as well. But it's just like simple things. And with the Year of the Snake, you always know like the year of sneakers. Even, you know, for most brands, they try to do a special job, but sometimes they don't make the packaging as special. Not everybody, but some people. But John definitely did make the packaging special with this one as well. So let me go ahead and pull this box up. You have a box with snakeskin texture. You're gonna have the foil lettering here. He did it very well. Again, taking that to the next level where he could just give you just a regular, well, crappy box, but he steps it up a level, right? So I really appreciate that because it adds to the experience when you are purchasing someone's shoes, no matter who it may be. Now, with that, let's get into the shoe. Let's really talk about it so you guys can get an idea of what we're working with. So first things first, we're gonna have a mesh upper here. Soft mesh upper, you'll see in this layered pair is going to be a little bit more open sailed, while if you go to ones like the Year of the Snake, a little bit more tightly woven together. So you got different options out there. It's usually when he releases a shoe, they all can kind of vary material, which is cool. You get something different each time. But something that remains the same on every one of his 004s is going to be the TPU cage that goes across. Now, of course, this is not an active shoe. You're not going run the track, going to, you know, do a like high octane sports in them, but it still provides you with some containment while looking good at the same time. So that cage is going to wrap all the way from the toe box here all the way to the heel of the shoe as well. Now, details make a shoe. I love it because you guys know me, I say it all the time. I love a shoe with depth. I love a shoe with layering. And something like you're just walking, you see, oh, look at these white accents. Cool. But if you get closer, you're gonna actually see it's the JG004 or John Geiger 004. I love that because it's inconspicuous. It's not too much like in the face branding, but it gets the job done. It's like kind of one of those like, oh, when you see it, you see it. Now, when you get to the laces, you're gonna have a rope style laces, which I love rope style laces. And then of course with the Year to Snake, we look at these nice bright yellow pair as well. I love what we got going on there. Now they're gonna sit on top of a nice kind of really plush mesh tongue here. Nice and plush, nice and soft, sits on top of your foot well. It doesn't impede, doesn't move all side to side, because you'll see that there is a ribbon that's gonna act as a stabilizer for that tongue on every eyelid here. So it's not just like the one you get in the middle in a lot of shoes, but it's gonna be for every one of them. So that tongue is staying. Now on top, you're gonna have the Geiger branding done up in like a rubber tag here, and you're gonna have, of course, the pull tab to help get your foot in there. And as we get into the inside of the shoe, first things first, you're gonna have that sock liner that's gonna be done up in a gray mesh here, and you're gonna have the insole. I love the insole of these because, well, don't mind, it's kind of dirty. I've been wearing them. It kind of has a leather top here, but it has a pretty decently thick foam that keeps you comfortable. I'll say these are pretty dang comfortable when I wear them. I was a little skeptical. Again, I'm always a little skeptical because I never wore them before. This is my first pair I actually put on, and you just don't know until you actually put them on foot, because I couldn't try them on. So really was kind of a shot in the dark, and well, I'm glad I took the shot because these are really, really good. And as we stay, actually, you know what? Is anything different? Nope. And I like he keeps it consistent as well. So even with the Year to Snake, this one's glued down a little bit better, but it still has that same type of leather lined insole, so that way you get that same exact feel. I love that. Now as we get to the heel, you're gonna have, of course, your nylon pull tab. Gonna have a reflective tab on the back as well, just a little flash on there, a little bit of something extra. And something I didn't even talk about in the front as we start talking about the cage, you're gonna have, I think this, it looks like leather. I'm trying to look, compare. Yeah, it looks like the toe caps here, just so I'm sorry, I'm looking down, it's not on camera, but the toe caps is what I wanted to check out, which provides a little bit of protection for, of course, that mesh, but also just, again, gives another layer to the shoe. It looks like it's done up in leather. I see the cuts here, and it looks like it's actual leather, and just a small piece, but again, add something a little different, add something more instead of just being a straight, like, toe box here. You get something a little extra to add some layer to it. I like that. Now, you're gonna have this little tag here, the Zero Tex. Now, first time I looked at this, I was completely wrong. I thought the Zero Tex was gonna be like the mesh upper he used, but it's actually the proprietary midsole, outsole setup he has. So he uses a popcorn style TPU. You see that here, you see the detail. Of course, I get B-roll for you guys. But this way you're gonna have a really nice comfort here, kind of gives me kind of the style of Boost. Of course, you guys know what Boost is. Kind of gives me that same style, and it does have a really comparable comfort in my opinion. But you're gonna have the outsole as well. So as he puts that together, you're gonna have this outsole that kind of wraps up to contain a lot of that cushioning on the lateral and the medial side, while giving this really cool, like, aggressive look as well. Look at that. I love how that looks. It just rides up to the heel, and of course you can get some kind of across the toe box as well. And when you get to that, it changes. The pattern from the outsole changes from the outside here until you get to the very bottom, where this can be real, like, feels like a designer shoe when I see these outsoles here, because it has like more of the flatter style outsole, and it's all done in his initials, the JG, and of course you're gonna have John Geiger. So he took his initials and made it the outsole traction pattern, which is super cool. Like, why not? It's your shoe. Why not do something like that? You definitely have your signature on it. And again, with the branding being at the bottom like this, it's not overbearing. It's not like, oh, he put his name everywhere on his shoe, I can't wear it. No, he did it in a way that, again, you kind of get the hidden branding, but it's like, hey, you know what? No, it's not hurting anybody. It's on the outsole. It looks like it's still, well, you can see I worn it. I haven't slipped anywhere, so it provides a pretty solid traction pattern. So I like the way he did that. And again, we're gonna do the same thing with the Year to oh my gosh, I'm gonna say Year to Dragon, Year to Snake. Same deal here. The same type of midsole, outsole, but you get the yellow here. Same deal. Worn this one a good amount of times as well. So I don't know. I'm really impressed by the shoe, what he does. Now, price-wise, I know it's a little pricey at 240 bucks, but you gotta remember a couple things. We're getting a shoe from an independent brand who doesn't have the same infrastructures like a Nike or like Saucony or Adidas, so the prices are gonna be higher, but you're getting quality product. So we pay $240, we pay $250 for things, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that have way like subpar quality, and we're okay with it. I know it's one of those things like you're familiar with it, so it's okay, but take the blinders off. I know I say that a lot of times. Take the blinders off. There's some really cool things out there, and a Geiger 004 is one of them. I think that, you know, we should definitely check that out. Now, there are some that he keeps on the site in rotation, but typically once they're sold out, unless he does something special. But go to the website, because he has a couple different models. First off, you have more of a classic basketball model, the GF01. I think I got that right. I can't remember now. Well, I'll put links, of course, to everything. But just keep an eye on him. He always talks about his drops well ahead of time if you're interested in them. And again, there has a couple things on there. I think there's like this really bright green, almost kind of slime green colored 004 is available on the site now. And he's even releasing a 004 like version 2 that he's been teasing, along with the 005 that's coming. So again, I'm late to the party, but I had to at least show you guys these because I'm super interested. And if you do want a pair, I would say go true to size. I know it's kind of hard to say, oh well, I don't know how it sizes. I understand it, you can't try them on anywhere, but I would say go true to size. I've worn both pairs. I would say this one was a little more snug, but when I got the newer one here, the Year of the Snake, it had a looser fit to it. So I still wouldn't have gone up a half size here. I guess if you are a wide footer, still, it doesn't make half sizes, so it goes whole sizes. So I would, it's hard to say. I don't want to lead you down a bad path. If you feel like your foot's really wide, go up the size, but in most cases, I would say go true to size. I know, I don't know if I helped a lot there, but I know it's tough if you can't try it on, but I tell you that these are definitely worth a try just to see how you do like them. So let me know down below, do you like them? Do you not like them? I know I'm late again. Do you have a pair? Let me know what's your favorite colorway. Until next time, guys, see ya.